Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. So today is near the end of May. Hey, that rhymes. Um so it is time for a what I colored in May video, and I'm super excited about this one. I actually got quite a few done. But yeah, I'll just dive right in. So I did this one in a coloring chat, and I'm pretty sure this was in May. It was a really long month. I don't know why, but it just felt longer. So this is from Fairies in Dreamland, and we just kept it simple and quick and easy, but that's the first one that I did in there, so qualifies for the Color Your Horde challenge. Another one that I did is from Color My Sketchbook Epic, which I have not completed a Bennett Klein picture yet, so this was a good accomplishment. There's this picture right here. It's a grayscale coloring book, so all the shadows are planned out, which is really nice. I went over with alcohol marker, and then over for the dress and the blue background, and then I did polychromos for the shading in the dress and the rose and the shading on these roses, and I used my budget pencils for all this filigree line work right here, and polychromos for the skin, which she looks like she got sunburned, but that's okay. I'm really happy with how that rose turned out. It's a white rose, and I just think it looks so pretty. But yeah, super happy with that one. Another picture that I completed was in Flowers, Fairies, and Birds. This is one of my coloring books, and it was this picture right here. And I discovered that polychromos work way better than Prismacolor in this book, which is on the Amazon independent publishing paper. So this is all polychromos, and it just went on really well. And this was super fun to color because it was a picture that I drew. So yeah, I love how it turned out, and I was originally going to go for a blue background, but then last minute changed my mind and thought yellow polka dots with pink would be cute. And I think it did turn out great. And then on this outline, I used a glitter gel pen. So yeah, love that one. And then I have one from Manga Coloring Book Girls. I was practicing with alcohol markers, and this paper is so smooth, so the markers went down really well and blended extremely well on this paper. I really like how the hair turned out, and as you can see, the blue kind of got on my hand and then I smudged it everywhere, but that's okay. So for the background, I did alcohol marker as well, and then over the gemstones, did a darker marker, and then on top of that I used a Jelly Roll gel pen for the white lines because my Posca does not work. I cannot get my Posca pens to work right, so I used a gel pen, and just realized that I didn't color the crown, but that's okay. I have one from Twilight Garden, and this was a super quick color. I don't think there's only a couple pictures that I really spent a lot of time on this month. They were all finished in a day or two, which was pretty nice. Usually that does not happen, but I did this fox, and I decided to leave the background blank because this fox and this beautiful bouquet of flowers needed to be the star of the show. And I love how it turned out, and my husband said it's one of his new favorites, so that is a score. And I used polychromos for that because it just blends beautifully. Alright, I finally did it. I did a Lizzie Mary Cohen page, and I can see why. You just kind of have to dive in and do one page, and you kind of figure out how it works for you. And I found out why everyone loves using ink tints in this book, because it was awesome. So pretty sure I just used ink tints for this whole page, and you can kind of see the background is splotchy a little bit because I'm still trying to figure out how to do a large area quick enough that it doesn't do that on me, but I really love how it turned out, and it feels really cool. I keep like stroking it and holding it and stuff, but this was super quick to do and super fun. Yeah, so that was great to play with ink tints, get to know a little bit more. I finished a whip that I had in here. This is such a pretty book. I can't wait to do more pictures in here, because I have a rule where I can only have one whip going in a book. So this is the one that I finished. So what I had done before was her hair and skin and the background and the leaves, and I did her skin and I just kind of messed up on it, so I decided I need to take a step back, and I'm super glad I did, because yeah, when I looked at it again, I knew that I wanted to make her robe dark purple, and I love this color scheme. It's just like so fairy-like, because it's like purples and pinks and kind of blues in the background that's like super hazy. I don't know if you can see that. I did like all these soft circles of these different colors. It's like really, really, really faint, and then repeated the pink and the purple here. So that's one thing that I like to do, is if there's a lot of different little elements, I'll repeat a color either lighter or darker somewhere else, and that helps a lot. Like I used the same yellows for the bird as for the flowers, just because it makes it feel more whole, unified and stuff. But yeah, I love this picture a lot. Love it. Alright, and of course I did one from Phantomorphia because I'm trying to finish this book, and this is the page, and I think it turned out awesome. So I used mostly ink tints. I used ink tints for the background, and I think it turned out really well. It's probably one of my better ink tints backgrounds. And then I used ink tints for this guy's leafy hair and his roots and underground. And I tried doing ink tints on this mushroom, but it was just like I was like getting out of lines a little bit too much. And there was just all this tiny detail, so I decided to do the rest in polychromos. So I think that it turned out awesome. I tried to like do different toadstool colors so it would have variety, and I like these neon little sprite things. But yeah, I love how this one turned out, and that was ink tints and polychromos in that one. That's all I did in there. In Tenderful Enchantments, this is probably the one that I worked the most in, or I guess I should rephrase that. The one that I spent the most time on this month was in here, and it's this one right here. I used ink tints for the base of a lot of things, so like for the background, and then for the base of the berries, and the base of the plants and for all of the ground. And then I used polychromos for the rest. And pink toadstools or mushrooms do exist. I looked it up, and because I was originally just gonna like do a brown mushroom, but then I thought I want to do something fun and thought pink would be awesome. So I looked up if there were pink mushrooms, and there were. So I was like, yay! Kind of like a good color reference. And then for some highlights, I used a jelly roll. But I think this turned out superbly. Just like really fun. So yeah, I like that one. Okay, we're getting there. So the last one that I completed was in the Chibi Girls Grayscale book. And this one was pretty low-key. The only place that I really did any shading was in her hair. So I used 3 colors in the hair of alcohol markers. And then I used like a skin tone color and then a darker color on the shadows that they had outlined. But other than that, it's just straight marker. And I just really like that kind of more illustrated look. And I think her hair turned out really awesome. Yeah, so really liked that. Okay, so here's a couple whips that I have. This is in World of Flowers, and it's this one. I was practicing using my new Albrecht Dürer. Wow, suddenly I can't talk. My new Albrecht Dürer watercolor pencils for the background. And then I was just practicing like different colors to use on leaves. I don't know, I just feel like it kind of feels pretty muddy right now, so I think what I just need to do is go in the rest with pencil with just like some very bold contrasting colors to just kind of make it pop, because everything just kind of feels muddled together right now. But I am looking forward to finishing this one. That's in World of Flowers. And then this is one that I filmed on camera. This is from Magical Dawn, and it's a collage background. So I will be coloring the rest of this in. The end of the month caught up to me faster than I could get to it. So I will finish this on camera with you guys, because I think it will be fun. So so this one I started last night and finished today. Picture in here. Summer Nights by Hannah Carlson, and it's this awesome bird. As you can probably tell, I used ink tints in the background. I think I did a little bit better with not being too splotchy. But I love like the colors that I have going on in this like fairy flower wreath and the bird. And I didn't realize that it would be so red of a brown. I was kind of hoping for more purpley, but I still think it turned out really awesome. And I think the background kind of gave it a vintage feel. But yeah, so I used ink tints on the background and then polychromos for the rest. And I like to leave pops of the white paper just to like create a nice contrasting pop. Okay, so the last one is kind of a 2-in-1. So I have a whip, so that's one of the things, but this is a coloring book that I started drawing this month and completed drawing. And you're like, probably think, Camilla, you're crazy! You just published a coloring book last month. But once I get an idea and I start working on it, I just like can't focus on anything else, and I channel all of my energy into that. So yeah, I do have a full flip through of this on my channel already, but I started working on this, scene right here. This is the wolf from Red Riding Hood. So I started working on the grass, just like basic texture-y. And I'm probably gonna like have some mist, like paint acrylic mist over the top to like add to that mystery kind of feel. So yeah, that was kind of an exciting accomplishment to get this finished and published and all that jazz. And then lastly, I was working on this diamond painting a little bit more. So last month I got like this strip done, and then this month I got this strip done. So at this rate, it'll take me like 2 more months, but I'm hoping that I can, now that I'm not working on any coloring books, because I need to take a break from it, that I can get this top half finished faster. But I think it looks really awesome. Just like so cool. So yeah, that's all I got completed for the month. I hope that you were able to be inspired and kind of get some ideas on what to color or what kind of colors to use. If you liked this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up and let me know what your favorite page from this month was. I think mine was the girl with the purple robe and the bird with the flowers. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Happy coloring!